For all their precision of movement, we can't always count on robots to handle objects with care. But fiber optic sensors could give machines a more human sense of touch. See how this week on Light Matters. This is Light Matters for October 7th, 2015. I'm your host, James Lowe. Thanks for joining us on our new monthly schedule. On this episode, we'll see how fiber optic sensors can give robots a lighter touch. We'll also learn about using lasers to create bioscaffolds out of silk and explore a new way to detect light and turn it into electricity. But first, Photonics Spectra editor Justine Murphy gives us a preview of the world's largest camera.
The U.S. Department of Energy has given the green light to a $168 million camera that will be the eye of a next-generation telescope set to come online in 2022. The Large Synoptic Survey Telescope will be built on a mountaintop in Chile. Its camera will be built by the SLAC National Accelerator Laboratory in California, with components from universities and labs around the world. Based on a 3.2 gigapixel CCD sensor and featuring a filter-changing mechanism and shutter, it will be capable of viewing light from near ultraviolet to near infrared. The camera will be the size of a small car and weigh more than 3 tons. A nearly 2,000 square foot, 2-story tall clean room has already been built at SLAC to accommodate fabrication of the camera. The telescope will take digital images of the entire visible southern sky to catalog by far the largest number of stars and galaxies ever observed. That data will help researchers study the formation of galaxies, track potentially hazardous asteroids, observe exploding stars, and better understand dark matter and dark energy.
Thanks, Justine. Meanwhile, at the Georgia Institute of Technology, a rectenna has been used for the first time to convert visible light directly into energy. The device combines the signal-capturing properties of an antenna with those of a rectifier, which converts alternating current into direct current. While rectennas that operate in the far infrared and longer wavelengths have been around for a long time, the shorter wavelengths of visible light have been impossible to capture in this way until now. What made the new device possible is carbon nanotubes that capture light and a metal insulator metal diode structure that switches on and off at petahertz speeds, fast enough to generate electrical current at the speed of light oscillating in the nanotubes. While the power conversion efficiency of the device is now less than 1%, the researchers believe that with refinement they could make powerful photodetectors and even solar energy harvesters. Still ahead, we'll take a look at how fiber optics are making robots more sensitive. Next, we'll see why silk has emerged as a medium for tissue engineering.
Hydrogels made of silk protein are transparent, which allows laser patterning deep below the material's surface. Researchers at Tufts University have demonstrated that femtosecond laser pulses with energies less than 2 nanojoules can be used to create microscale 3D structures up to a centimeter below the material's surface. These features can facilitate the flow of oxygen and nutrients through the gel and into cells growing in it. This video is a reconstruction of one shape the researchers created inside the silk gel. The helical shape shows how tiny voids can be created in a sequence to make a large-scale structure. The technique has already been tested in vitro and in a preliminary in vivo study in mice. For more about creating bioscaffolds with light, check out our March 19th webinar presented by Xiaochen Chen of UC San Diego. That's at photonics.com/webinars.
Fiber optic sensors could give robots the sensitivity needed to handle delicate objects and work safely alongside humans. A team led by researchers at Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh has developed a 3-fingered soft robotic hand that features 14 embedded fiber optic sensors that enable it to determine where and how tightly it grips objects. The Bragg grading system measures strain based on the changes of the wavelength of light propagating through the fiber. Conventional pressure and force sensors aren't ideal because they're susceptible to electromagnetic interference. Optical fiber, on the other hand, is immune to EM interference, and one strand can contain several sensors. Meanwhile, the researchers have developed a new stretchable optical sensing material that could be used in a soft robotic skin to provide even more feedback. Made of silicone rubber, the sensors measure strain and other deformations based on light loss. You can find out a lot more about fiber optic sensors and their growing list of applications in a recent webinar presented by industry expert David Crone. You'll find it at photonics.com/webinars. That's it for this month's show. We'll see you again in November, But until then, keep in touch by writing us at lightmatters@photonics.com or search for Photonics Media on your favorite flavor of social media. Thanks for watching.